In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we are going to check out the top 5 best monitors for Mac in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these monitors for Mac, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the Dell U2718Q. The Dell U2718Q is a reasonably priced, 4K monitor that would be a really good option if you want to pair it with your MacBook Pro, in order to expand your viewing space, and let's hear why. From a design perspective, the U2718Q features a sleek, mainly plastic construction that does not feel nor look cheap, due to the fact that its gray color finish makes it look indeed premium. In addition, this unit is supported by an ergonomic stand that will let you make swivel adjustments from -45 to 45 degrees, tilt adjustments from -20 to 5 degrees, height adjustments for up to 5.1 inches, and even set this monitor in a portrait orientation. According to the customers, the stand is sturdy, and it supports the monitor well, but if you want to save some desk space, you can mount it on a 100 by 100 mm VESA mount without any problems. Speaking of the connection ports, this unit packs an HDMI 2.0 port, DisplayPort 1.2, 4 USB 3.0 ports and a 3.5 mm audio output, so except for connecting with your MacBook Pro, you can also connect it with a PS4 Pro, which is really cool. But now, let's talk about the performance. This unit has a native refresh rate of 60 Hz, and uses the IPS technology, which by default means that you will enjoy seeing accurate and strong colors from wide viewing angles, and when we add the fact that it supports HDR when connected to an HDMI, I think that you will be more than satisfied. Moving on, according to numerous users, the visuals look incredibly defined, and to be honest, they aren't far from the truth considering the fact that this monitor comes factory calibrated to support up to 99.9% of the sRGB color gamut. I would also like to add that Mac users who have been using this monitor paired with their MacBook Pro, claim that they were satisfied with the quality of the visuals produced, and you will probably experience the same once you get this product. Overall, I strongly recommend you consider this monitor, especially if you're looking for a reliable 4K monitor without spending thousands of dollars. Moving on, at number 4, we have the BenQ PD2710QC. The BenQ PD2710QC is simply perfect for professionals who are keen on investing in a monitor that covers up to 100% of the sRGB color gamut, so if you've been looking for something similar, then let's see what else can you expect from this one. From a design perspective, the PD2710QC looks absolutely brilliant, starting from the black and silver color scheme, and up to its slim bezels that will never disrupt your view as you're working. At the bottom, you can instantly notice its L-shaped stand that has an embedded tidy hole, which will drastically ease your cable management, while in terms of stability and adjustability, the stand will heavily support the monitor as you're making height, pivot, tilt and height adjustments of up to 18 cm, which is awesome if you ask me. Moreover, the connection ports include 2 DisplayPorts 1.2, single mini DisplayPort 1.2, 1 DP output, 1 HDMI 1.4 port, 4 USB 3.0 ports, single USB-C port, an RJ45 LAN port, and a 3.5 mm audio jack, which means that you will be really well covered. Now, let's talk about the features. First of all, let's take a look at its specs. This unit has an IPS panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels, a contrast ratio of 1000 to 1, a refresh rate of 60 Hz, a response time of 5 milliseconds, and when we add the fact that covers up to 100% of the sRGB and Rec 709 gamut, it means that the visuals you see will be indeed stunning. There are specifically crafted display modes as well, such as the darkroom, CAD and CAM, as well as animation modes, which will be of a huge help for the digital artists, so as a professional, I think that you will never find a remark regarding the monitor's performance. Last but not least, BenQ has also implemented their low blue light and flicker-free technology, which will ensure that your eyes won't feel fatigued even if you've been working for a prolonged period of time, and this means that you will feel a significant boost with your productivity, which is awesome. Overall, PD2710QC deserves your attention, so give it a try and assure yourself of its enormous potential. Next up, at number 3, we have the Acer XR382 CQK. The Acer XR382 CQK is a MacBook-friendly monitor that would be an amazing option for everyone who is interested in an ultrawide monitor that will significantly expand your view because of its vast size. From a design perspective, this model has a two-tone finish, of which the black occupies the entire top portion of its body, while the silver is dominant on the stand, so when you see it as a whole, this monitor does really look stylish. Since I've mentioned the stand, I'd like to inform you that the stand is V-shaped. That does not only look beautiful, but it is ergonomic as well, since it will offer a higher level of support as you're making height, tilt and swivel adjustments. In addition, when you view from the front, you can notice that this monitor has a thin bezel design which I absolutely favor, due to the fact that it will make your view more enjoyable, while around the rear, you can find a single USB 3.1 Type-C port, one display port out, a headphone jack, and an MHL port that can be used for connecting to your smartphone or tablet. But now, let's talk about the performance. The XR382 CQK uses an IPS display that produces a flawless and consistent color accuracy even if you view from 178-degree angles, but personally, few things that got my attention the most is its aspect ratio of 21:9, the 100% support of the sRGB coverage and its refresh rate of up to 75 Hz, but keep in mind that you should use a display port to achieve this. Moving on, this monitor also has a response time of 5 milliseconds, which makes it ideal for gaming, but even though Macs aren't the best for gaming, it is still good to know. However, if you intend to use it for professional use, you will greatly appreciate this monitor since it outputs truly fascinating visuals that will drastically enhance your productivity. To conclude, if you're looking for a top-notch, ultra-wide monitor for your MacBook, then this is the one for you. Moving on, at number 2, we have the Dell U3818DW. The U3818DW is among the best if not the best curved option that you can find on the market, especially if you're looking for a monitor that can be easily paired with your MacBook Pro and can output truly fascinating visuals that can satisfy even the most demanding customers on the market. From a design perspective, this unit sports a vast, yet gorgeous two-tone, dark gray and silver cabinet that is accompanied by an inner panel border and a thin plastic outer, that gives it a minimalistic appeal to suit the aesthetics of your Mac. At the bottom, you can instantly notice the sturdy stand that has an integrated tidy hole with the intention to ease your cable management, but except this, the stand will also let you make height, tilt and pivot adjustments, so the only thing that you can't do is to rotate, which is fairly normal. On the back, there are the connection ports that consists of a single USB-C port, a DisplayPort, 2 upstream USB ports, 2 downstream USB ports, an audio line out, 2 HDMI ports and a single USB Type-C port, so you will be more than fine. Now, let's talk about the features. First of all, I'd like to inform you that we are talking about a TUV certified monitor that has a flicker-free screen that makes it a valuable asset for every professional who spends hours in front of a monitor, since your eyes will be safe from the harmful blue light emissions. Moving on, the IPS technology paired with the resolution of 3840 by 1600 pixels, the aspect ratio of 21:9, and the fact that it comes factory calibrated to support up to 99% of the sRGB color gamut, it means that you will simply love the visual quality since everything will look sharp and well defined. Since it is oriented towards professionals, I'd like to suggest you take an advantage of Dell's picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture mode, which will help you transfer the content from two computers simultaneously and boost your productivity to a whole new level. And finally, at number 1, we have the LG 27 Maryland 5Ka. The 27MD 5Ka, in our opinion, is the best possible 5K monitor for your MacBook Pro due to the fact that this unit houses up to 14.7 million pixels across its 27-inch screen, but this is only a slight portion of its insanely powerful capabilities, so let's dive into action and reveal them immediately. From a design perspective, this model has a thin, all-black cabinet with a no-button layout, and what's cool about is that you will be entirely focused on what's appearing on the screen, since your view will never be distracted by anything. In addition, the cabinet is supported by a sturdy, metal stand that will keep this monitor stable as you're making angle adjustments from -5 to 25 degrees, height adjustments from 0 to 110 mm and even if your desk is shaking, so for this part, I have nothing to add since I'm unable to find any remarks. Speaking of the connection ports, this unit houses a Thunderbolt 3 port that will give you an opportunity of transmitting 5K video and data while you're charging your MacBook Pro, and 3 USB-C downstream ports in order to maintain its minimalistic appearance. But now, let's talk about the performance. The 27-inch MD5KA is an absolute beast when it comes to the performance, due to the fact that has a 5K resolution with a brightness of up to 500 candles per square meter, and an excellent contrast ratio of 1100 to 1, which without a doubt, means that the visuals you see will be lifelike and mouth-watering. For your information, this unit requires a compatible Mac running macOS Sierra 10.12.1 or later, so keep this information in mind before you make an eventual purchase. Another great thing about this monitor is that it has a multi-function screen manager that is optimized for macOS, and what's interesting about this is that it can automatically divide the screen into 2 or 4 frames, so from now on, you will be productive like you've never been before. To conclude, I'd recommend you seriously consider this product as your next purchase, and if you ever decide to purchase it, you will instantly feel what makes this monitor different from the others. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these monitors for Mac, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.